Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, the weather is so doomy right now. I don't think I've ever had the desire to cuddle more than I do right now. Lord, send me an angel. Alright, let's get started on this doom weather edition of Asteroid Fight Club. Ladies and gentlemen, we are full speed, full tilt ahead. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Love the one you're with. Call your mama, your daddy, and your best friends and tell them you love them. And I suggest you set all your thoughts to plan, prepare, and awesome. I found this earlier tonight, and I didn't have my mic in. Hello, Rain Train Dragon. We're looking at a train of rain of total cloud water that stretches from Canada pretty much all the way to China. So if that thing were to drag over the middle of the United States, lots of places would be under about 50 to 70 inches of rain. As of now, it kind of breaks up and does a zigzag, so that's not going to happen. But we look for patterns to happen in different ways in the future, so that's what we're worried about. So let's call the Rain Train Dragon Doom Weather feature numero uno-ish. If I would say French une, it's one. In French, one is une, and two is deux. And so 22 is doo-doo. No, okay, that didn't make that was stupid. Sorry. There might be people coming from England. Hey man, if the world is ending soon, I'm gonna tell some jokes. That's the way it goes. WX charts. And, you know, for days like this or weeks like this, you can follow me on Twitter at @NewThor. Because I follow like 10,000 meteorologists. I have a decent relationship with a lot of them. Few of them. And, WX Twitter, weather Twitter, is the best at team operating for other people's welfare. And I can keep you up to the minute. Okay, Ophelia dominates the headlines in Europe. But hey, check out this doomy as funk pattern in the Pacific during this coming week. We have, that's right, count them, 4 cyclones, which are like Asian hurricanes. They name them 2 different things so people don't get freaked out after hearing a hurricane all the time. So look, that's 4 of them, man. And remember, as I have been telling you for this year, Asia has seen over 50 million people displaced from their homes. And Asia includes places like Japan, China, India, Vietnam, a lot of places. My geography's bad. I need to travel the world more. I've been in the United States most of my life. So, okay, can we consider this Doom feature number 2 for the Pacific to have this many cyclones this late in their season in October? So it's 4. How would we feel if we had 4 hurricanes lined up in the Atlantic? Actually, America probably would barely even notice until like 2 days before landfall. Okay, so that's Doom feature number 2. And then, see, we haven't even got to Ophelia yet. Eric Holhaus. Ophelia, the strongest East Atlantic hurricane ever seen, will be one of the strongest storms in Ireland's history. So yeah, Ireland, Europe, Norway, and all the areas around there, you guys are getting a pretty decent hurricane, or they call it like they're going to demote it before it hits, but at this point we've seen so many surprises, I wouldn't be surprised if it hit at hurricane strength. We'll try to do an edited video on Ophelia today, because watching all the meteorologists talk about how wild and weird and crazy this storm is has been, like, they are trying to express, see, there's a relationship. Like, these guys talk to you like professionals, and they have to do it. It's in their NDAs, it's in their contracts they sign. They are professionals. Me, I'm not a professional meteorologist at all. Let's say all of my forecasts, all my predictions are right. That doesn't make me a professional. The only thing that makes me a professional is I get hired by other people. I mean, hell, YouTube pays me so little, I'm not even a professional YouTuber. But I get to tell you the shit about the rain trains and your president being there just to distract you from the deteriorating state of the weather and the atmosphere. I can do that. These guys can't. So I thank them, and I wouldn't be this awesome at weather without them, for sure. Taking a quick look at some pretty stars and dust. See, even Batman's wet and angry. You know? I mean, seriously. And Ophelia will be the big story. And the thing is, like, Ireland isn't, like, New York isn't prepared to take on a hurricane. I don't think. And, oh, that's being posted into the king of weather, Twitter, Cranky Weather Guy. I'd like to think I do my followers right, which he totally does. He's a total badass. And he tells us a lot in between the lines. Quite a bit in advance, without the model dancing, illustrating my points and tools. Some faults don't. We got the troughs turning. They kind of look like saggy, elderly lady boobs. Western high rebuilds, which means a lot more fires. From the volcano heat in the ground. Cool, mild, cool. And the mid-autumn roller coaster begins. And, you know, so everybody's been talking about how it's about to get crazy again. And here's that weather dick right there. That's the grossest weather dick I've ever seen. It's also probably the biggest weather dick we've ever seen. If you're new to Thor News, it's an actual science term. It's for dangerous weather dicks that won't get out of our faces. Meanwhile, our little jet guy went from brash to secretive overnight. Yeah, that's your polar jet right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's freaking out and acting funny. There's Ophelia. All right. This is that scene. This is as close to this is as close we get from the pros saying that scene in the disaster movie where the National Weather Service scientist says, "These readings can't be right." Jim Roberts. Ireland officials issue red alert, red alert, red alert for counties Galway, Mayo, Clark, Cork, and Kerry as a hurricane approaches, which is really unrare for, like, super, look at that, man. That is, you know, this is mind-blowing here, people. And that's, what the hell? Get off. 1 second, as we have a operator malfunction. Lady FOHF, Stardust, cup of tea, and cake. She's officially winning Sunday. We got a red sunrise. This is not in California. Unless Terschelling is in California. Who knows? Maybe. But I was seeing red sunrises and sunsets all over. So, my God, all this doom weather. My desire to cuddle has never been higher. That's what I was telling you all before. Okay, what point are we on? Number 4? Here's number 4. Weather Geek. WX. Underline score geek. For this to occur in the month of October is truly mind-boggling. Flooding in Illinois. I was born in Illinois. Then I moved to Texas when I was 11. Love them both states. Love them states both. So look, we were talking about Aurora, Joliet. And that's going to be one wet sandwich. You better put it in a Ziploc bag, man. And then it'll float. But seriously, 8 inches of rain. One day in Chicago in October. Mind-boggling. So, that is our 4 super weird, super doomy points of weather. And it's just getting started, man. Like, look at that. That thing is going to hit Cork. Freaking Cork suckers. I got that from SNL a long time ago. Hey, maybe it's a proton arc. Maybe it's not. Def not. Yes, here's why. We don't have time to talk about it. Remember, Tam Scove is amazing. Incredible sequence of Hurricane Ophelia yesterday. While Cat 3. So yeah, people. And so I know people got butthurt when I'm like, hey dude, President Trump is a chump, and he's just here to distract us from the weather. And they're like, no, he's not. I'm like, look, okay, I just laid it all out for you. The pros can't do it, and technically Trump is legally not allowed to do it. Like the space pirates and the military-industrial complex would get so mad at him because, you know, it's my understanding that they've been getting ready for this for a decade or so, if not more, and they don't want us to know about it as long as possible. And then when we do figure it out, it's going to be too late. Unless we can come together before that. But judging by the majority of the United States and the rest of the world's media habits over the last week or year, there are a lot of people who are just not ready to wake up, no matter what happens. But I believe in miracles. And, you know, I know a lot of my fellow Christians are like, no, 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 billions of people have to die. But God says so. I'm like, no, no, no. I read the book of Revelation. Christ returns and there's 1,000 years of peace. We can have metaphors for everything else. It's like everybody wants the bad guys to win. Why? I don't know. I sure wonder if NOAA's websites are seeing an unusual amount of traffic from Europe these days. And this is what, like I said, can't you think of something more controversial to distract people from the rising death tolls in the California wildfires and the Puerto Rico? Maybe you could fuck a goat, you know? Then that'd get people talking. And that's just how I feel. Like, man, we got the death tolls. Like, the fact that I'm laughing and stuff, but it's like, because I've been covering weather all year nonstop, and it's just getting worse. So the fact that he's up there literally bragging, you know, like, it's what is this, his 100th tweet about how mad he is at the New York Times? It's like, how many California tweets has he had about the fires? 0. You know, like, he's already saying, screw you, Puerto Rico. You're no Afghanistan. We can't stay in there forever. We can only stay in places forever to have, you know, opium or oil. There ain't no oil in Puerto Rico. So Mars is proud of you, Mr. Orange Fudge Pile, as he's bragging today. Also, look at my recent EPA cancellations. He's bragging about stripping the Environmental Protection Agency at a time where weather is literally killing thousands across the world. And weather this year has killed like 100 times more people than ISIS has. You know? You know, we spent $10 trillion fighting ISIS. You know, like, think how much closer are we today to win the war on terrorism than we were in 2001. People, man. Oh yeah, and on this guy says, the left has no more, I'm not left, I'm in the center. I think both parties are trash. And he's like, the left has no idea how much more damage we can do to them as private citizens. Says this guy in the government. If that don't scare you, I guess we're in a cold civil war, man. Yeah, we got the sun freaking out, as I've been saying. Now look at this. I named it, I coined it, the Quetzalcoatl storms, where hurricanes hook up with giant storm fronts to become one superstorm. I named it. Most people don't understand what the hell I'm talking about because I'm super genius and it'll take them a while to catch up, but there you go. There's number 2. The first one was Nate. Coincidentally, we have our second Quetzalcoatl coming right now and heading for Ireland. Probably going straight for the Stone Age thingy. And then, oh yeah, I want you to blow me away with your brain. I was joking, I was making headless horseman jokes because I know a headless horseman sounded funny to me. And there's Saturn leaving my sign, Sagittarius. And there's me. Tired of being lonely. But I hear that once Saturn gets out of my sign, the women I'm attracted to might think I'm attractive again. That is wonderful. Catastrophic flooding. Where have I heard that term before? Oh yeah, lots of places all over the world in 2017. Weird. It's a trend. Because this person tweeted about catastrophic flooding affects thousands of families in conflict-ridden Pibor, South Sudan. So yeah, dude, like, the earth is filling up with rain in a lot of weird places. Look at that. Does that even look like a normal hurricane to you? Hell no, it's a Quetzalcoatl storm. Man, so, and this is totally my mood. That's me right there. So, quasars. Remember that term? Quasars. So Harvey, man, that's just the beginning. In the next video I edit, we're definitely going to get Kate Parker saying, does it feel like the weather's weird? It's not your imagination. See, here we go. Listening to TV meteorologists talk about how weird Hurricane Ophelia is both hilarious and scary. And here's what I will end you on. Our good, cute, funny point. So this could be us. We could be working together to jump over all these hurdles together to adapt to the weather changes that are coming our way. Nope. Everybody's fighting over everything that's dumb. Not you guys, though. The fact that you are here at Thor News listening to me on minute 15 shows how smart and geniusy you are. But only if we could get Americans and the rest of Earthlings to be as smart as these sheep. I mean, they followed each other to fund food safety and higher ground. You know, like, I don't, like I said, literally, in my opinion, like right now, there's nothing that makes the two political parties happier than making the other side miserable. Like, they're both dedicated to hating each other, and that is their only purpose in this world. If that happens, our entire country's going to fall and drown. That's all I'm saying. But this ain't just bring back the space shuttle. So, you know, man, I just keep bringing you the truth, because I know it. 2017, because this is 2017 keeps getting 2017 year. Like, look at that thing, man. And now, because I'm a perfectionist and I want to get 100 on all my tests, meaning videos, it used to bother me when people down thumbs me, but now knowing how correct I am and how much I've been warning people for so long about this, and that it's pretty much here, the down thumbs make me laugh. Because it's like, dude, I've been here for at least 3 years going, the weather is weird and it's going to continue to get weirder and weirder and weirder. And now we're in the like Halloween period where it's just flat out weather movie, weather disaster, weird. And though it could be super doomy, I'm totally vindicated, and I don't know how it could have been more accurate and more awesome. And on that note, I would like to say that Thor News survives off your contributions, and I have to get a tooth extracted this week. The last dentist I went into, or surgical oral surgeon, said $475, but the receptionist there was wearing $3,000 shoes. So I decided to shop around this week and try and find a cheaper oral surgeon that doesn't have 4 super hot receptionists, one of them wearing $3,000 shoes. The other receptionist told me that girl has over 100 pairs of shoes. She was hot, though. She was real hot. She was only like 22, 23. Yeah, but she, anyway. Okay, so there you go. Another fantastic Thor News video where I totally lay out the truth and show you more about what is happening in your weather, in your world right now that you need to be focused on and preparing for than probably any other outlet today. And remember that if you do want to contribute. You know, because I'll be here, man, and I'll be at it, and hopefully my doctor for my attention deficit disorder will fill my prescription so I can go back to making super badass edited videos. But these are kind of fun, and they're done. It takes me 17 minutes to do them. Although I do a lot of research before. Okay, I love you guys. Happy Sunday, and who knows when I'll make the next video. Could be 10 minutes, could be a couple hours. But with Ophelia about to hit England and Europe and Ireland, you know, it's going to be one of them days, man. It's going to be one of them days. And ladies, what are you wearing for Halloween? Man, women.